the beautiful bismuth for ugly purposes.
They made their choices. So be it. That was easy.
Look, Mainlander, a map. It shows where they plan to set some of their soul flares. Look, atop that crate. Documents. Let us chisel to the truth and review the documents we discovered here. Yes, more power cores for the soul flares. It seems they plan to test single-use devices at the sites indicated on the map we found. Then they will create flares that kill without stopping. But what is this about a prisoner at the end? And they dare seek to violate an ancient burial site of my people. To raise an army of undead. I must ponder. If we can determine which Zonmir they plan to plunder, we can be sure to find your missing mage there. I will return to your prince, talk to my egg sister. Perhaps she can direct us to the burial site they plan to pillage. And we must warn the Stone Nest villages of the coming danger. You go to these harvest sites and destroy the flares. Head to the harvest sites. I will have your prince send help.
Your scales should mend in no time, kid. Catch your breath, then make your way back to your
No remorse!
Wait, you could use some help, yes? There, Five Claw. Raz loves it when villains leave correspondence like soul flares that continuously kill? How will our forces get through such defenses?
What do you think you'll make with that? Good eye.
Jeetra sent me to help destroy flares and crack skulls. Take out that soul flare!
This is a great area for harvesting.
Jeetra's.
Find anything?
I'll catch you at the camp, pal. Jeetra sent me to help destroy flares and crack skulls. Destroy it!
Fight? Good.
Grab those papers, why don't you? Head for the other side, pal. I need to return to camp.
Yeah.
That should come in handy.
Jitra. Jitra's on edge. I get it. Her people are being taken captive and slaughtered. She's not sure she can trust her sister, not to mention the Soul Flayers. She's a mess. Questioning her purpose, her role, feeling lost, worthless. Oh, not you too. Everyone is so worried about poor, fragile, broken Darien. Jitra, Scordo. All right. You want me to say it? Without my light, I am powerless. We're facing the worst situation since the last terrible event. I'm nothing. Jitra's on edge. Not you too. The golden armor was a gift from Meridia. I'm not her knight anymore. But before all that, I defended Camlorn as a Lion Guard. That's who I am right now. Who I've always been. I need to find that man again. For Gabriel. If he even still exists. For what? To fail spectacularly? Like I did when Walks needed me? No, you're right. Gabs believed in me. Maybe it's time I started doing the same. Thanks for reminding me. I need to pull myself together. For Gabriel. Noticed some Lion Guard among the Sturk Fellowship. Traded them for it. But hey, thanks for that. Your words. They helped. And I'll be alright. Now go give your report to Prince Azah. I can see him looking impatiently in this direction.
If you're done talking Darien out of his dark mood, I'm eager to hear your report. Jitra explained about Varnus's note in the mine, but what happened at the Soul Flayer harvest sites? Scordo and Raz said you destroyed them, but not much else. A perimeter defense for Mor Naril? That implies Manamarco is using the old temple as a stronghold. We will need to figure out a way to disable or bypass these flares, or our whole enterprise is lost. Anything else? Then our way forward is clear. We must find this necropolis, stop them from raising the undead, and rescue Varnus. Business as usual. Yes, I suppose it is. But let us not ignore the successes we've had thus far, comrade. Discovering the existence and nature of the Soul Flayers, learning about Mor Naril, and now we have hope of rescuing Varnus. Well done. Comrade, thanks to the information you helped uncover, we now have our first real chance to find and rescue Varnus Galarian. Regent Corinway pointed out a few such locations when we went over the maps of Eastern Solstice together. But there are too many to just guess and hope we get lucky. Show Jitra what you found. Maybe she can help us narrow down the choices. Oh, Jitra wanted to leave a long time ago, but I urged her to wait for your return. She isn't happy with me, but she still respects you. I think she'll help. And take the light of Meridia. You may need it to stop them from raising an undead army. Once Jitra points you at the most likely location to look for Varnus, I'll send Darien along to assist you. You could use the help, and I can't have him sitting around camp and moping. It's bad for everyone else's morale. We still need to figure out a defense against the Soul Flayer's death fields. Walks is studying the power core and notes you recovered. Until we know more, I don't dare move the advance force deeper into the island or call for the rest of the army. The last plane meld used multiple shackles, all controlled by the Great Shackle in Cold Harbor. I expect they either have more shackles currently at work, or even their own version of the Great Shackle. I suspect we have more to do to end this. Worm cultists, Daedra, and minor undead already harass us at every turn. If Mannimarco succeeds at adding an army of ancient Argonians to his forces, we will be overwhelmed. Rescuing Vaunus is vital, but you must stop their plan at the necropolis. Molag Bal once used Vaunus's essence as a power source for his great shackle. Having access to Vaunus's power must be irresistible to Mannimarco. And perhaps he needs such power to raise all the dead in the necropolis, as frightening as that image is. The last plane meld used multiple shackles, all controlled by the Great Shackle in Cold Harbor. I expect they either have more shackles currently at work, or even their own version of the Great Shackle.
Now can I depart and resume my own business, Mainlander? Or does your prince plan to keep me a prisoner in this camp indefinitely? North, they seek to desecrate Zulhaj, the resting place of my ancestors. My village is near there. They could be in danger. I must return to my people at once. You offer help, but the only thing you care about is your missing mage. Forgive my outburst, Mainlander. That was unfair. You helped rescue my people, my egg-sister at Gristmung. Very well. Meet me at my village, and I'll take you to Zulhaj. I will mark my village's location on your map. It is along the northern coast. If the corpse stealers seek Zulhaj, my village is in danger. I must warn them. And Barjasa is there. She must be made aware of this transgression. Zulhaj. Hidden death in your tongue. It is an ancient Zonmir created as a necropolis for the Stone Nest people. Barjasa and I explored the upper levels as children, but it is treacherous to enter. Traps protect the resting dead. Some of them. But the place has not been used in centuries. And I do not know what awaits us in the lower levels. The corpse stealers will face the same dangers. So, that is something. Enough talk. Meet me at my village, and do not make me wait. My village is along the northern coast. I will meet you there.
I'll follow Jitra and meet you there.
Let's ride. This is a great area for harvesting.
Yeah.
For glory!
I'm here, friend. But something's wrong. The village. It's too quiet.
Haste our steel!
A dead cultist. Is that a note by the body? Jeetra's not among the bodies. We need to find her. This happened recently.
The stone weeps blood over this vile crime. My village, my egg sister, all dead. At least I got that corpse-stealing Zuth before he skulked off. This was the work of a soul flayer, was it not? Yes. I saw the corpse stealer writing this before I ran my blade through his back. My village was no threat to them. They killed all these people just to perform another test. Or does sending souls to this Wraithforge serve some ultimate purpose? No. But like everything that belongs to the corpse stealers, the name does not sound good. My heart weeps for my village, but my soul screams for vengeance. Thank you, Mainlander. Yes, I will lend my blade to your battle. I just need to prepare my people for the merging with the stone. It is my duty as a death dancer. Zulhaj is east of here. The Void will have its fill of corpse stealers this day. Zulhaj is ancient and in a dangerous state of disrepair. Plus, traps riddle the Zanmir to deter looters. We must stay together once inside, so I can try to navigate us safely to the deep tombs. Some believe Zulhaj was the first Zanmir built by our ancestors when they arrived on Solstice. At some point, it became a necropolis, a place to inter our dead. The deep tombs contain the remains of the most ancient of my people. There are more dead interred in the deep tombs than people living on the island. But I have never heard of a necromancer powerful enough to raise more than a few corpses at a time. Even with a host of corpse stealers, the task would be daunting. Agreed. Go. I will meet you there as soon as I carry out my sacred duties here.
We need to stop the worms from raising an army, sure, but we also need to save Vanus.
I will meet you at Zulhaj, mainlanders.
Right behind you, partner. What do you think you'll make with that? I'm not afraid of you.
I'm here, friend. But something's wrong. The village. It's too quiet. That's an ancient-looking Zanmir, all right. This must be the place.
This is Zulhaj, mainlanders. Once inside, stay close and follow my direction.
No problem. I certainly don't want to blunder into a trap and ruin my armor. It's got lions on it.
A ward. That must be the corpse stealer's doing. Do not touch anything, Knight. Even the most innocuous carving could hide a trap.
Come on, Tetra. Give me a little credit. I'm just looking. Something's off about this door. I'm trying to figure out what.
We must go through that door to reach the deep tombs. But the corpse stealers have placed a ward upon it. Without anything to counter the magic, we cannot go that way. I believe I can take us by an alternate path. But some of the halls we must pass through may be flooded. We will need to swim. One other thing. If the worm cult has reached the deep tombs, then Zulhaj's guardians will be active. The dead rise to protect the necropolis. Not in the numbers the corpse stealers seek, but enough to cause us trouble. If you must strike them down, do so with reverence. They are my ancestors. Another deterrent. Many of the deeper chambers can be flooded and cleared using complex irrigation systems built long ago. My ancestors were brilliant, Mainlander. Let us proceed through the door to the east. Wait! What is the knight doing?
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle? Fell through a trap door.
Gabrielle's down here. I have to help her.
Darian, this way.
Do not listen. The spirits seek to deceive you.
I need to help her. Don't wait for me.
The knight's stupidity will get us all killed. This way. Corpse stealers reanimating our venerated dead. How dare they?
Failed, Gabrielle. I lost my powers.
Follow me, Golden Knight.
Wait! Gabrielle! Come back!
Your friend's self-doubt opens him to temptation. Your foes will not hesitate to turn that weakness against you. Something has disturbed our slumber, awakened spirits and aroused warriors to defend the Zanmir. Was it you? Or the Eggkin beside you? Perhaps the disillusioned knight who chases shadows? No, you are not looters. Yet you stir the dreaming stone. Yes, I see. It happens again. The corpse stealers use iron roots and cursed magic to bind this realm to Cold Harbor. We stopped such an attempt long, long ago. Let me help you end this threat in the here and now. This empty cistern once carried waters that filled these halls and protected the internment sites. But dry-skinned hands have drained the pools dry, for they seek the bones of our kin. Stir the waters, raise the pools, and the path will reveal itself.
A nearby door leads to the sacred well springs. Restore their flow to swim to your goal. But know that malign spirits lurk here. They will tempt you. Do not let their shadows overtake you. And the corpse...
The spirit's wisdom gives us renewed purpose. Through the door to the east, Mainlander. The spirit.
You failed in your duty. Failed to protect your village. Failed me. My soul now fuels the Wraith Forge.
Be silent, false spirit. Your venom cannot penetrate my scales. The Soul Flayer harvested my egg sister's soul. That shadow was not her.
Sister! The pain lingers, even after death. This is your doing.
Enough! Your lies are nothing but sand. The spirit... These shadows seek to distract us. Ignore them. It is as the spirit says. We cannot reach our goal without going up. Let us search for a way to release the water back into this cistern. The sacred wellspring stones. In ancient days, my ancestors would empty the cistern in order to inter the dead. Then they flooded the chambers to protect the deep tombs. The corpse stealers cut off the flow of water and drained the Zanmir to open the main path. All the water flowing through this temple is directed through hand-carved tunnels. My ancestors were master architects. These sliding stones act as keys to open and close the water gates. We must get the water flowing through the carved channels again in order to flood these chambers. To do so, move the sacred stones to positions beneath the watchful eyes of the stone guardians. Since the main path to the deep tombs is sealed, we must take this alternate route. But to navigate this route, we need to swim, and we cannot do that unless the chambers ahead are flooded. Now, let us move those stones. We need to move the stones into position to resume the flow of water.
Is there something I can do? Strike the sacred stone. One sacred stone returned to its proper place. One more to go. Flows freely again. Let us return to the cistern chamber and continue toward the deep tombs. The water rises, but not yet high enough to reach your foolish friend. We must swim to the next wellspring. More corpse stealers. We must get past them to maneuver the sacred stones. Slide a sacred stone here to activate this pressure plate. we can move the second stone into position. The valves and conduits for the wellspring are behind these carved heads. That might be enough. We should see if we can reach Darien now. The chambers are submerged once more. We can swim across to find your friend.
I'm sorry, Gabrielle. You should never have sacrificed yourself on account of me. Dirty places with me, Gabrielle. I don't belong here anymore.
Listen. Your friend's voice. We draw near. What are you doing tonight? Quickly, we must help him.
This world is mine to consume.
Gabrielle? Wait. I wanted to tell Gabrielle that I'm sorry. She gave everything to return me to life, and... damn it! I thought I could go back to being normal. But when I heard her voice, I was overwhelmed by despair. I know. I see that now. But when I heard her voice, my heart just... broke. I suddenly remembered how much I missed her. How she sacrificed herself for me. How I failed her. I know. But I still wish she was here. Every time something like this happens, I feel that she's disappointed in me. That I've fallen down on the job. How can I help you when I don't even know how to help myself? I hear you. No giving up. It's a struggle, but I'm a fighter. I can win this battle. It isn't often we get a second chance. I just wish it hadn't cost me a dear friend. All right. I'll help you find Vanus and stop Manamarco. For Gabrielle. I'm good. Let's go find Vanus. He's counting on us.
Quickly now. We must find your mage before the corpse stealers complete their ritual.
Flooding the chambers again will protect our remains. Now you must reach the central funerary chamber and drive the corpse stealers from this place. Hurry. The ritual nears completion, and flooded or no, once done, they will command our lifeless remains.
Go on ahead. I will strike
Just like
the
old
shadows
times,
to
my
help
friend.
any way I can.
A worthless mage to help me raise an army and power my shackles. The awakening is nearly complete. I shall have my undead army. Destroy the interlopers!
Manamarco has Vanus trapped in another shackle. We need to free Vanus before we get overrun.
Defeat the minions! I'll deal with Manamarco!
You're no match for me, old man.
Shake it off! You can do it!
Done with this place. Let us speak outside.
Zulhar and its ancient dead are safe now. Thank you.
We did good work here. And I almost felt useful.
And you mostly were.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Mortal, one last word before you depart. Thank you, warrior. You stopped the desecration of our remains and saved us from enslavement to the corpse stealers. The stone will not forget this service. It has been so long since I had the opportunity to use the courtesies of life. I am Ukaraza, the architect of Zulhar. We built this Zanmir as a necropolis for our people. But I must deliver one last warning before I return to rest. Morn Naril, the final dark, has a new master. One who seeks to pull the Wraithforge from Cold Harbor and restore it in the Daedric Temple. You cannot defeat your foe while he commands the Wraithforge. You are not the first to face the forces of death and oblivion on this isolated island. If this new master gains full control of the Wraithforge, you will never defeat him. Now, go. Your allies have a new camp near Morn Naril. They await you there.
Morn Naril. The worms never tired of talking about the place while I was their guest. The spirit's warning coincides with what I pieced together through the things I overheard during my captivity, and what the helpful worm cult defector shared with me. Pray tell, Did Bar Jasa deliver my notes to Gabrielle? What? Gabrielle? What happened? I assume it has something to do with the return of Meridia's knight. And Bar Jasa, too. I was taken by surprise when I learned Manamarco had returned. But now I owe him for these deaths. And so many others. That explains why Manamarco's full resurrection failed, and he had to possess his servant's body. A shame about Gabrielle. She had such promise. And Bar Jasa, too. She was looking forward to reconciling with her egg sister. It's some sort of Daedric crucible created by Molag Bal to collect and utilize soul energy. It was originally part of Mor Naril here in Solstice, but Bal withdrew with it back to Cold Harbor when the Argonians defeated him long ago. Manamarco is using the Soul Reapers and Flayers to fill it, and the Plane Meld is the mechanism employed to draw it back from Cold Harbor. I assume the allies the spirit mentioned include Prince Azar? I hope he brought an army. Let's go to the camp.
The spirit mentioned a camp near Mor Naril. I assumed they would use the clearing to the southeast.
Let's hit the trail.
You hit Sharadak? Are you in league with this vile criminal?
Secure the barricades, and someone get the Great Mage comrade. Vonnis was just telling us the details of his long ordeal, and I am sorry to hear about Jitra's village. And her sister. One more atrocity the Worm Cult must be made to pay for. But I want to hear your report. What happened at Zul Hajj? Stopping the worms from raising an army, breaking a shackle, and rescuing Vonnis? Once again, you achieve wonders where others see only impossibilities. Take a moment. Then I would hear some more about our next objective, Mor Naril, and this Wraith Forge. While you were rescuing Vonnis, I marched our advance force east. Walks and Ash was able to ascertain that no soul flares were lying in wait, so we moved carefully and made camp here, in the shadow of Mor Naril. I fear this may be as far as we go. Our scouts mapped a path through the outer temple, but the Worm Cult blocked every approach to the inner precincts with soul flares. If we storm Mor Naril, we'll fall as soon as we enter the Death Fields. And the Wraith Forge will claim our souls. We must find a counter to the soul flares, a way around them, a defense, anything. Walks hasn't figured out how to foil the death magic, so she sent Razumdar to study the situation. Join him in the outer temple. See if a solution presents itself. Walks and Ash sent Razumdar into the outer temple to the south. I'll call for the rest of our forces. Then we'll hold our position until you and he find a way to bypass or overcome Mor Naril's defenses. Be swift, my friend. We must stop Manamarco. Not much, I fear. Only what we've been able to piece together from your findings, what Vonnis uncovered while held captive, and what Jitra and Regent Corinway were able to tell us. The place is an ancient Daedric temple to Molag Bal. Of that we are sure. Why else set the Soul Flayer death fields to protect the place? I think something inside allows them to use necromancy in unimaginable ways. The Writhing Walls, Soul Reapers, a new plane meld, they have mastered some new power. Yes, Vonnis thinks the plane meld was set in motion to retrieve the Wraith Forge from Cold Harbor, which explains the large island being drawn down toward Mor Naril. Whatever Manamarco's ultimate goal, I suspect resurrecting his body is part of it. Trying to stop the Worm Cult, comrade. They launched attacks across Tamriel, killing good people, my mentor and guildmaster Merrick among them. Then they withdrew to Solstice, hiding behind the Writhing Wall. The Stirk Fellowship pursued. A temporary coalition of the Fighters and Mages Guilds and the Three Alliances. The cult sought a relic to resurrect Manamarco, the Gift of Death. We lost Gabriel, but stopped Mannimarco's full return. He's trapped in his servant, Wormblood. Yes, and we used the light to destroy the writhing wall and open a path into Eastern Solstice. Here we found a new plane meld well underway, this time pulling Cold Harbor into Nirn. You destroyed one shackle at Gristmong Hold and a second at Zul Hajj. A third shackle rises from Mor Naril. We think it draws the Wraith Forge from Cold Harbor, and the closer it gets, the more powerful Mannimarco becomes. We must find a way to defeat the Worm King and end this, or our efforts will have been in vain. Not much, I fear. Only what we've been able to piece together from your findings, what Vonis uncovered while held captive, and what Jitra and Regent Corinway were able to tell us. The place is an ancient Daedric temple to Molag Bal. Of that we are sure. Why else set the Soul Flayer death fields to protect the place? I think something inside allowed...
Archmagister Vonis, after Gabrielle, I believe this belongs to you.
My staff. Thank you for looking after it, Walks in Ash. And I miss Gabrielle too.